What's going on, fellow dropouts? Welcome back to the show. You've got myself and Cole here. How's it going, man?
Good, Andy. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. How's your day been?
It's been good. I've been really excited to come home and shoot this. So it's been a good day, but I'm ready to come here and shoot this. Talk about this movie.
We are reviewing a very interesting movie today. One that I don't think anyone will have expected. But yeah, so today we're reviewing an overseas movie from Bollywood. That, I don't know. I had heard about. I think it's kind of taken the U.S. market a little bit by storm. It's on Netflix, so if you do want to watch it, unless you have already, if you have, great. If you haven't, it's on Netflix for you to watch. So, but it is straight out of India, and it is called RRR, as in the letter R 3 times. So, yeah, man. It was an interesting movie. We're excited to chat about it. So yeah, let me shout out our followers. I think we have a total of 4 since last time. So WW Gear started following us. Worldwide Gear. You follow them.
I do?
On Instagram, yeah. Worldwide Gear.
Worldwide Gear. I probably know their real name. I just don't know. I can't remember their Instagram name.
So shout out you guys at Worldwide Gear. Be sure to check out their stuff. Len Locke started following us.
Locke?
No, Len Locke. That's
it's just a trope for me to hear things wrong. Kirsten.
Shout out Kirsten for a second week. Yeah, Len, thanks for following us. Andrew Mitchin started following us.
Oh, Andrew Mitchum.
Yep.
Oh,
so
heck yeah, Andrew.
Big up Andrew.
One of my closest friends.
Leo Aguilar started following us.
Aguilar. Do you know him?
Nope.
That last name sounds familiar, but...
He looks like he could be from Argentina because he has an Argentina flag in his bio.
Oh. Cool.
Yeah, I think that's the most recent followers. So
awesome.
Thank you guys for joining the Dropout Squad.
Thank you guys.
So yeah. You want to give thanks, Cole?
I just did. But thank you guys again.
I'm kidding. All right, let's talk about this movie, man.
So, first of all, yeah, this is crazy that we get to talk about this movie because it's something completely different from what we've been doing before. A friend actually of mine pointed out that every single thing we reviewed is actually a Disney product, except for Nope.
True.
True. I'm really excited to talk about this because it is not only a new studio, but it is not even in this country. And I think that's really fun. So RRR is a new Bollywood movie. And it is insane in a good way.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild.
It's all over the place, man. Like, yeah, but it's so fun and it's so good.
It is. Yeah. So I want to, just briefly, the basic setup for the movie is 1920s India under British rule. Mm-hmm. Okay. And you have these 2 protagonists, kind of. One of them's like debatable throughout the whole movie, but you have this one character who's like Indian, but he's a part of the British Army.
Yeah.
He's a soldier or a police officer, I think is actually what it is. I think he's a police officer. And then you have this other guy who's like a tribe man.
Just like a local hero or something. Like
yeah. Local hero.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yeah. Friendly neighborhood forest man. So he's like from the forest. He's like literally from a tribe.
Yeah. Like when he's first introduced, he's just like running around the forest, hanging out with lions and tigers.
Running away from tigers.
Yeah.
So yeah, and the basic plot of the movie is that these the British guy in control of the area. I forget what he's called. He has like an official title.
I don't remember either.
He's not a governor, obviously.
No,
he's got like an official government position in India. I don't know what it is.
He's probably just like the king of that region. Not king, but like just he rules.
But he hasn't. Yeah, he has a thing. He has like a title. I just don't remember what it is. But anyways, his wife takes home this little Indian girl. Like they like low key kidnap this girl. They buy her, and because of the language difference between the Indian tribe and the British English rulers, they don't understand that they're actually buying the daughter, and so they're like,
it's messed up.
It's really messed up. And then they like beat the mom when she tries to save her. So, anyways, and this guy, the forest man, is tasked with retrieving the daughter, and so the other protagonist / antagonist, as being part of the British Army / police force, is tasked with finding this man before he finds the daughter. So it's kind of this like cat and mouse chase where they're both looking for, I don't know, it's very circular, but they end up, I just smacked my mic so hard, but they end up becoming best friends.
In a matter of minutes.
Yeah, in a matter of a minute in montage time. So yeah, that's the basic setup. Anyways, for those of you who are curious what the movie's about, did you like it?
Oh yeah, I loved it. I thought it was great. I
loved it too. I actually really enjoyed it.
Yeah, like right at the beginning, there's stakes already because like, they take this girl and you're like, whoa.
What's up with you and steak, man?
Steak. I love steak, man. I gotta get my protein.
Every movie we talk about, there's steaks.
There's steaks. Yeah, not the film steaks. There's an actual steak. Like they cook
steak.
They're cooking it. No, but like they take the dog.
Should try some chicken sometime.
They take the girl, and already you're like, I hate these guys. And then immediately you're introduced to I'll just call him a twist hero, because you know how there's a twist villain. I think this is like the first movie where I've seen a twist hero. Oh, that's not true, but like it feels like a really interesting idea where the villain kind of becomes the hero at the end. But yeah, we're introduced to this guy, and he's my favorite character. Like he's just so complex and interesting and kind of hot. I'm not gonna lie.
I agree wholeheartedly. I agree.
No, but
do you know their names? Do you know the characters' names?
No, I just remember it starts with R. I think it's like Raju. Am I saying that right?
Sorry.
They're both starts with R.
Yeah, Raju. And then the other one is sorry, I just had it and I forgot it. Bheem.
Oh, yeah.
So Bheem is the forest man. Raju is the twist hero.
Yeah. So. Yeah, no, it's
but back to the steak.
The steak. No, but it's like this movie where you have two stories going on. Like you have the villain / hero story, and you kind of want him to succeed in a way because he's just so cool and interesting, and it'd be, I don't know, I just really enjoyed his story. And at the same time, you obviously want Bheem to get the girl back. So I'm just enjoying both sides of the story. And when they finally, understand each other, it's so, like, the payoff is so nice. Like, it's just so fulfilling. And I love those two dynamics getting together and loving each other. Like, it's just great.
I love a good bromance.
Yeah.
It's great.
I mean, he's already hot. Stop it in your bowl.
I'm sorry, my bowl. Oh, man.
No, but
I liked it.
So you liked
Thanks for watching, guys.
Roll credits. No, but I just want to say, like, if majority of people have watched Parasite, like you've watched Parasite, right?
I have.
So that's a movie outside the States, and that movie has gotten a lot of traction, and it's very.
That movie also won Best Picture.
Yeah.
2020, right?
Yeah, so Parasite has won multiple awards. It's gotten a lot of attraction, and it's a movie made in South Korea, I believe, and it is outside of the States and has done so well here.
This won't have the same critical acclaim.
I just wish RRR had the same critical acclaim. I wish it did, because it is really.
It's not as good of a movie objectively.
Well, but I just wish that people, in the States would know more about it, like Parasite. I just think it should be viewed. I think it could be. I mean, it's on Rotten Tomatoes top movies of the year. I don't know if you knew that. I didn't know that, but I mean, I heard about the movie from you.
It's doing well. Like it's one of the, I don't know how to say this. It's a movie in the States that is from overseas that is doing very well. Then that's really rare.
Yeah,
but it's fairly well known for having come out this year here at least. It's on Netflix. So
yeah, no,
that's how you know really it's if it's on Netflix or not.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I just I remember
but it's not going to be Parasite. Parasite was, I don't know. Parasite is very special.
Well, no, I'm not saying like it should. So. It's on the same level as Parasite, because Parasite is better. But what I'm saying is I wish it had the same attraction, because I just like I said, I heard it from you. And Parasite you see everywhere. Like I remember I went to a hotel and one of the movies was Parasite. Like you're not going to see RRR on a hotel list of movies you can buy.
Right.
But
maybe.
But what did you like? What was like? What did you like about it? Like, how much did you?
I thought it was a blast. I don't know. I thought I took. First of all, the movie is visually stunning.
I know it's crazy. It's crazy.
Visually stunning, dude. It looks like, I don't know. It's like, you remember Avatar, like the first Avatar movie? Yeah. Like I feel like I was like that entranced.
It is very high quality, and that's what's crazy about it. It's like. It's so long too, and it's so high quality. Yeah, and the action scenes, dude, the action scenes are so fun.
They're inventive. They're not like stupid. They're very clever.
Well, I will.
There's some moments that are kind of janky.
Well, there's moments where they're just kind of like superheroes, and you're like, okay, that wouldn't happen. Yeah, like there's a lot of those moments.
Here's how I feel about this. I was sitting there and I was kind of like, man, this feels like live action anime. Like
it kind of does.
The way that the action works out, it feels kind of like that, where it's not meant to be very realistic, but it's cool. Like it sacrifices its realism for like a cool factor.
And I'm totally for that.
But it does it well. It doesn't do it like cheesily.
Yeah,
cheesily. So the action's visually stunning. Some of the cinematography that they did in this movie is like gorgeous.
Yeah, no, it is.
There's one shot that I was just watching because it was so long I had to watch the end of it after work before the podcast.
Yeah.
But there's one shot where he gets his bow and arrow and he's in the forest and he's like backlit. Do you remember what I'm talking about? It's like at the very end of the movie. Yeah, he's like backlit by this huge light. He has like his bow and arrow. He's like dude, it's like so pretty. And he's so pretty.
But, yeah, he is. Aim, pull, or what is it? Shoot, fire, or whatever. Load. Aim,
shoot.
No, it visually it's stunning. Story wise, it's stunning.
Yeah, the story is really, really good. I want to say this. I'm going to go on a mini rant for a second because I'm kind of still pissed off at that girl from Miss Marvel.
Miss Marvel.
So we got a little bit of heat when we talked about Miss Marvel for not. Quote, like I'm gonna like paraphrase someone's comments towards us for not grasping the cultural aspects of Miss Marvel. Okay, which I feel like we did.
Yeah, we did.
I feel like I feel like we talked about it in the podcast. So, but even though I grasped it in Miss Marvel, remember I said that I feel like it had too much cultural like terms to a fault because you could get lost in it if you didn't remember what they meant.
Yeah.
This show or this movie has way more culture going on in it. Like it's literally set in a different time period in a different country with a different language. Yeah. And I was not lost at all.
Exactly. Yeah. This is how you do it right. Like
this is how you do it right. So Cole and I'm just going to, we have absolutely no issues culturally with any show that has a different culture. Like legitimately, that's not at all. There are shows with anything. There are shows that do things better. There are movies that do things better. And there are movies that do things badly. And there are shows that do things badly. Yeah. Miss Marvel tends to throw too much culture and too much, like
instead of story.
Yeah, and it relies a lot on it. This is like a perfect integration of like, here's the setting. It's foreign. It's in a different time period. It's in a different culture completely, but it's not like what it's all about. It's a part of the story, but you can understand what's going on with everything as it pertains to the actual story. And so
and it's
break off.
It's kind of sad that we have to say this, it's like,
it's very sad because people just, when I have an issue with a show that has a minority female lead in it, they just immediately assume that I'm being racist or I'm being stereotypical. This movie is literally from a different country.
Yeah, right? Like we literally
it's in a different language and I liked it a lot.
Yeah. And it's like
Parasite's the same thing.
And it's like those people that say these comments, I don't know if they're even going to see this movie, Like this is a true...
No, exactly.
This is a true cultural... Like Miss Marvel is made by Disney. Like they probably hired... Actually, they did hire. They hired a director, I think he was... I don't know. I can't remember the what is Miss Marvel's background? Is she... She's
Pakistani. Pakistani.
I think they just hired a Pakistani director, and they're.
I think so. Yeah,
that was it.
I think it's a girl. I think it's a chick. So
it's not like Disney.
If I were freaking Pakistani, I would be upset that Disney did your culture wrong, bro. They didn't do the culture wrong, but they didn't do it in a great show.
Yeah,
I would be thrilled that they were talking about all my cultural stuff, but they did it in a show that's very mediocre.
Yeah.
So I would be upset more about that than genuine people who are having genuine criticisms of a show because they want to see it be better.
Yeah. And to be fair, honestly, like the culture scenes aren't bad. Like I really quite enjoyed watching all of Miss Marvel.
They were some of the highlights of the show.
Yeah. It's just the problem it's not that's bad. The problem is that it's not cohesive with the actual story, and it just focuses too much on it. Whereas in RRR, you get best of both worlds. You get
you get a fantastic story that's rich in culture.
Yeah, all this culture. Yeah, that's how you do it. So,
I just want to say that because people will say this, and I get frustrated because we critique story, we critique a show or a movie for what it is as a full product. And me saying that the show is bad does not mean that I don't like the culture in it. Yeah. Okay. Or cool. And that's proof in the fact that we're reviewing an overseas foreign market movie.
Yeah. We shouldn't even have to say this. We shouldn't. Yeah. And this is the last time we should say this because.
Yes. This is the last time we're saying this.
Lay it down, girl. Lay it down. Lay down the law.
We're not repeating ourselves.
No, but
with that out of the way,
it's totally true, dude. Like
put that off my chest.
The protagonist / hero, dude. He was like one of the coolest.
Bheem.
No, not him. The other one.
Oh, sorry, Raju.
Yes, he's like one of the coolest characters, man. Like I like him.
He has a deep story,
dude. I like him more than a lot of the movies I see here. Like he's just a cool dude. Like I wish he would be in more films. Like I want to see him, dude. He's freaking awesome.
The actor or the character?
The actor.
Oh, okay.
But I'm saying his story too, like both. Like I wouldn't mind seeing more of that character too, but that actor, he's awesome. Like here's this he's Indian, right? Is he Indian?
Yeah. I'm like 99% sure.
Here's this actor like from a different country I want to see in the movies in my country. Like
well, I don't know if the actor's Indian. I know the character that he portrays is.
Oh, okay. Well, it's still he's, I don't know, but I want to see him in these movies here,
They were great. They were actually they were fun, yeah.
And so
his character too. I mean, you want to talk about a deep character. You want to talk about a deep character that is also from a different culture. This dude grew up in a small village in India, watched his entire family basically get massacred, right? Mm-hmm. As his father was the only person who had a gun in the entire tribe, tried to one-man army against the British, watched everyone get killed, and his dad's dying wish was to like have him raise up their own army, give them all guns, and fight against the British one day. And so his plan in doing that is to become an inside man and become a British officer and rise through the ranks until eventually he becomes the person in charge of the arms, right? And then once he's in charge of where the arms get sent, he's going to send them to his village. That's so good. Deep character, deep story, and great motivation.
Oh yeah. Let's talk about some of the things that I didn't like.
Did you like the Did you like the musical scenes?
No. Okay, that was one of them. So, yeah, I was like into it, dude. I was into the movie. I'm like, dude, this movie is insane. I love it. All of a sudden, the movie just turns into a music video. I'm like, I'm sitting there eating my breakfast. I'm like, excuse me?
What was your actual reaction?
I was eating cereal and I'm like, what?
I thought it was sick.
I mean, it's fine, but it does not work for me. Like, it works and it doesn't work. It works and it doesn't work.
They were dancing at the party, right? That was the first time?
Yeah. This is the first time they get to the party, they start dancing, and
yeah, so it makes sense. It's not like it's...
Dude, it turns into a music video.
It's not like it's MTV. Mid-fight. I don't know. I liked it.
You liked it? No, I mean, it was fine. It was just...
It was a good time.
It just didn't feel like it was in the same movie. It just felt like a completely different movie. Like,
have you seen a Bollywood film before?
No.
Okay. I think that this is not a one-off thing. I think I think it's like part of Bollywood movies.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
But I had a feeling you were gonna not like those parts.
Well, I like the ending one. The ending one was fine, but
because it was at the end.
Yeah, I mean, they're celebrating, but I mean, but like the one in the middle, it was just like, what? I don't know.
There were only
but
two.
I liked it. Was still fine. Yeah. It was still fine.
I thought it was hilarious.
It was funny. It was really funny.
Excuse me. We have to cut that out. We have to cut that.
No, leave it in, bud. Leave it in. You have to show what you've done.
I can't believe you've done this.
I can't believe you've done.
Oh man! I just had so much. My dinner was salami and cashews.
What the?
Anyways, this is so off the rails.
RRR, ladies and gentlemen. Off the rails.
Okay, I'm also cutting.
Dude, the moment when they save the kid, that was like a superhero action.
Oh, the first time they meet, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, the first time they meet, they rescue this boy.
Here's the other problem I had with the movie.
Whoa.
There's a few plot holes, just small ones. Okay. Like, they're not big, but so like, remember how I'm just gonna call him R because I don't remember his name. What is it, Raju or something? Okay, so do you remember when he goes to that place and they're like, yeah, we need to have a revolution, and the guy's like, here, come help me, and they go to the police station, and the guy's like, he's like, thanks for being a soldier, and then his dude is like, oh, what the hell, and he runs away.
Yeah. So
that was Reem's best friend, and you're telling me that all that time they hung out together, they became best friends. He didn't once like have him around him like at all, like where that guy could see him and be like, "Hey, Reem, that's the dude that chased me. He's actually a police officer." There's no way. There's just a little detail I noticed. I'm like, there's no way Reem didn't catch up with his friend, because they do in the movie. Remember when he gets bit by the snake and he's like freaking laying there on the street and he's with his friend again?
It's like, yeah, that is true. Yeah.
You're telling me throughout that entire montage of them being friends.
That's because he had a new friend.
No, it doesn't work.
A new friend.
It doesn't work.
It's like, if I had a new friend, I wouldn't hang out with you anymore.
What the? We're gonna cut that out. I'm just kidding.
That's a potential plot hole. Maybe theory time. Why isn't Bheem's best friend ever around?
There was a few other
side
ones.
job? Was he in captivity?
He was doing something.
Was he doing drugs?
He was just doing something that entire montage.
He was high on shrooms.
He was there.
Jinx.
But yeah, dude. So another thing I noticed is like, well, this is not. I'm not picking the movie anymore. Now I'm saying something good because I forgot my other plot holes.
All right.
But so what's really fun about this movie is that, okay, spoilers. So Raju, he's the bad guy like the entire movie, but it turns out his entire plan is to infiltrate the British Empire and like give all these weapons to his community or the entire country, it seems like.
Yeah.
And dude, when you go back and watch this movie, if you rewatch it, dude, that's just so cool. Like when you watch the scene where he's just beating up everyone to get to that one guy.
Yeah.
Like, now like he's literally doing this for them.
Yeah.
But he's still beating them up. Like, it's just crazy.
Yeah, he even writes back to his fiance. He's like, I feel like I'm hurting the people that I'm trying to save, which is
but doesn't he kill a lot of them in the beginning?
I don't think he kills anyone.
He hurts them. Like, he pushes people off a freaking mountain, dude. They're like rolling down. I'm pretty sure he kills.
And he obviously gets like Bheem, his best friend, like captured and freaking tortured in front of everyone.
Yeah, dude, he literally tortures his best friend with a whip.
But that's like super interesting. That's a deep message where it's like,
it is.
Is the sacrifice of the few better for the greater good?
And
like
speaking of messages, like that ending there too, where he's like, you know what? No, Reem is right.
Bheem.
Bheem is right.
Raheem.
He's
straight out of Compton.
No, but he's like, yeah, I was told I need to bring all the weapons to people, but his words were a weapon. Like the people became a weapon.
Yeah.
And that was such a powerful moment. That was such a cool message. I really liked that.
Yeah. No, there's some, despite this movie being like fun and entertaining, it's got like some deep messages behind it. So
it really does.
I thought that's why I think I enjoyed it so much. Cause I think if it was just fun and silly, like Thor, right? Thor, what the frick was that movie called? Love and Thunder.
Love and Thunder?
Yeah. Thunder? Love and Thunder? Yeah, that movie I liked, but I didn't love it, because it wasn't, there wasn't like a really inherent deep philosophical question that it proposes. And this one is fun, but it also has like several of those. Yeah. So, yeah.
Well, man, what's your thoughts?
Let's wrap this up.
No, I'm just trying
I was going to say something else. I forgot.
I'm going to say something else.
I forgot what I was
What was the other thing you're going to say?
I don't know. Shoot. What were you going to ask me?
Well, I just want to know your ranking. I mean, I want to know what you thought. Like,
I'd give it like a 7.5.
A 7.5. Okay.
Maybe I'd give it a 7.
A 7?
7.5.
Really?
7.5, yeah.
I'd give it an 8.
Yeah, that's fair.
I just thought, because you're right, like, for what it's trying to do, it does it really well. Like, if you're here to watch a really insane action movie that doesn't take itself too seriously, like, yeah, you got an 8 out of 10 for that.
Right.
But if you're going into this thinking, oh yeah, this is realistic and accurate to history, then yeah, it's not going to be.
No, it actually is. So these are based off of actual revolutionaries.
Well, what I mean, yeah, no, I know that, but what I mean is like these kind of crazy stunts and like lions, tigers everywhere, like that didn't happen.
Lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. They don't use animals because that's against the law.
In India?
Yeah, I don't think that they can use them for that kind of stuff. They have like real horses in it, but they can't use like animals for bad purposes.
That's crazy.
You can't.
Well, I mean, the CGI looks pretty good. I mean,
some of the shots with the tiger were a little weird at the beginning.
That's true.
Where he like freaking clotheslines the tiger, and the tiger's like flipping through the air. It doesn't look right.
There's a few bad shots, but overall, I thought it was good CGI for.
Yeah. So you gave it an 8. I gave it an 8. That is the IMDb rating. Exactly.
Ooh.
It's 8.0. So you would be with the majority on that one. I was going to ask you, I remembered what my question was. What did you think of like their portrayal of the British people in this?
I thought it was funny, dude. They sounded a little off.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's going to happen because they're not used to that language. And
well, the actors are like, the actors for the British people are like white.
No, I know, but they didn't I don't know. The director probably told them to sound this way, and they're just going by what the director says.
I thought it was on purpose. I thought he made them out to be like silly, like people, like silly and kind of stupid. Like just like,
I would agree with that.
You want to go to
Like when that freaking guy is like stomping down the hallway, he's like,
yeah,
he just looks
they're
like a
caricatures. Yeah,
caricatures.
They're kind of silly. Yeah, they're like making fun of them.
Yeah,
yeah,
which is fine.
I think it's fine. I mean, I'm not British, so I'm not offended.
I think the British would have made fun of themselves too.
They should.
You're canceled, bud. You're canceled.
No, freak that.
Freak that.
Okay.
Okay, so memeable moments. Okay, so here's my one memeable moment this time.
Okay.
So when it breaks out into dance, like when it's all, the movie's completely normal until this point, but it brings out into dance, and I just spit out my Cheerios laughing because
Are you the meme?
No, the meme is that everyone just literally teleports. They teleport behind the characters, and it just happens in the next shot. Like they're not even there. Everyone just teleports behind them, and it turns into a dance off.
Yeah.
And it was just so funny because literally everyone is just like not where they were anymore.
Yeah.
It turns into literally an MTV production. Like I remember looking in the background. I'm like, there's that character from the last shot, and she's literally back here now. Like what?
Yeah.
That was my memeable moment.
Memeable moment.
That's it.
That's it. Okay. So this is great.
Anyway, what were your final thoughts?
Go watch more stuff, man. Not you, in general. The public. Someone driving around in your
yes.
Okay, but no, to end on a serious note, go watch things outside of the United States domestic film market. Mm-hmm. Go watch stuff that is from Asia. Go watch stuff that is from, I don't know, Africa.
India.
India is technically in Asia.
Oh yeah. No, it is in Asia.
No, it gives you a bigger scope and appreciation for all the ways that storytelling is similar, because there are some consistencies within storytelling and within filmmaking that it's like a pleasant surprise. Like you watch something so different, but also it feels pretty familiar, right? In terms of like a movie.
Yeah. But
also there's a lot that they do different, and there's aspects of it that will feel unique. And so, yeah, just broaden your horizons. It'll make you a better person. So watching RRR will make you a better person. That's the name of this podcast episode.
Well, I mean, honestly, like, we could have done anything, because there's a lot that came out on Netflix and stuff like that. Like you're talking about that action movie.
We were going to do The Gray Man. Yeah.
But honestly, dude, like, I'm glad we did RRR. And like, even though this episode's kind of janky, I'm still glad that we're here talking about it and like, exposing it to the public, because I really want this movie. I mean, I know it's not Parasite level, but I do really appreciate, stuff like this. Mm. And I feel like movies like this need to be shown just a little bit, at least. Like, it's just fun, and it's, different. And it'd be really interesting if it was in theaters, like it'd be fun to see that kind of movie in theaters.
Right.
Even though it's like a lot of it's not in English, it'd be still really fun. Like I would go and see. I mean, Parasite was in theaters.
Parasite was, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. I feel like nowadays too, that's kind of a new thing. Mm-hmm. Like people are starting to watch things that are not even in English. Like, for example, Squid Game is huge.
Yeah, that's a good example.
And that whole show, dude, is not even in English. Like,
that's another one.
I mean, you can watch it in English. Yeah. But I mean, I think it's kind of changing now. Like people are starting to watch stuff like this. And I just think it's great because, like you said, you widen your horizon of things that you watch and listen to. Yeah,
and it exposes you to different cultures, and you learn more about humanity. And I mean, it just makes you literally more well-rounded. You understand the world better, and so
that's why I'm happy we did this, because I honestly I really wanted to talk about something outside of the States. Like I just think it's fun and interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
And this is also, like you said, this is also true culture. Like if you want to get really exposed to culture, like watch RRR.
Yep.
I mean, there's so much culture in it. And you can even learn a lot about the British. Like British is still culture. Like the people that, you know, enslaved that country. I mean, there are
many other countries. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, at one point in the movie, there's a map of all the countries they took over. And I'm like, oh my God, I literally forgot that they almost ruled the world at one point.
Yeah, literally.
And that's crazy to think about. Like,
yeah.
you know, how come that's not being brought up all the time in movies? Like, this is a interesting point. Like, they used to literally own the world. And they're just like this tiny little country. Well, not tiny, but you could fit like 3 of them in Texas.
Yeah.
You can fit 3 of United Kingdom in Texas, and they used to almost control the entire world.
Yeah. And India is huge.
India's
massive, and they had complete dominance over it at one point. And Australia?
Yeah. They still own Australia. And Canada.
All the Australians are... And Canada! It's like half French anyway, so... What a wholesome note to end this mental episode on.
But anyway,
yeah, guys. Hey, if you haven't watched this movie and you have a Netflix subscription, go watch it. It's 3 hours. It's a long movie, but pick a Saturday morning, eat some Cheerios, spit them out at the dance scenes.
Watch them in increments. I mean, I did too, because I mean, and I'm the type of person that can go back to a movie and just like pick up right where I left off. So if you're one of those people, yeah. I mean, it's long, so
it's fun. I mean, there's plenty of 3 hour long movies. I mean, Infinity War was, you know, around that length. So 2
hours and 45 minutes. Yeah. This is like 3 hours and 15 minutes. Okay, 5
or something. So yeah, give it a watch. It'll be worth it. And then you can come back and appreciate the things that we're saying about it a little bit more.
Basically, the word of the day for this podcast is culture.
Culture. Get cultured. You're uncultured. No, we love you guys. Thanks for tolerating me smack my mic 15 times throughout this episode.
Yeah, I had to tolerate too, my freaking eardrums. I'm just kidding.
For real. Okay, well, let's wrap this up. We love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening and enjoying this time with us. We'll catch you guys on the next episode. Peace.
Thanks, guys.